everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, back with another video. That's right, and as you see, I'm doing pretty darn good. I've lost some weight, I'm feeling good, getting my cholesterol down. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. But this video isn't about me. This video is about the upcoming games for the PlayStation Plus Essential tier for May 2024. That's right, for May 2024. And before I get started, I have to say this is a predictions video because at any time, these games are subject to change. There is quite a list of games that people think we might be getting this month, and I already know what we're probably getting. I already know for certain what we're getting, but I can't set it in stone because they can change it, and I don't want to lose credibility. First up on the list, people think we'll be receiving Prison Architect 2. Honestly, it's a great game. The first one was too, but no, I don't see it because that game's good, and we don't get good games. We just get crappy games or games that make no money. I hate to say it, Sony kind of sucks at giving us games. Next up is Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Money Holla, Holla Dill Ball, honestly, this one isn't bad. I don't like it because of the game design in it that is basically pay to win. But nonetheless, I don't think we're getting that. Next up, people think we're getting Need for Speed Unbound. While this is a decent game, I didn't like it because I didn't like the art style they went with. It's just ugly. It's an ugly looking game to me. And I didn't care about the characters or plot. So I don't think we're getting that. Next up, people think we'll finally be receiving Outer Worlds. Now, there's been times like on the... other than the Essential tier, you could get Outer Worlds. Now, this is for Essential tier, and it's a great game. It really is. The people that made Fallout New Vegas made it, and honestly, it's a really decent game. It really is. I played through it and liked it. I would like it, but I don't think we're getting that. Next up, people think we're getting Forspoken. Yeah, Forspoken. One of the worst games of the year last year that pretty much got a development studio shut down for how bad it was. The main character is annoying. Actually, it made it on one of my worst games list. Visually, it's nice. I guess some of the mechanics, like the parkour mechanics, are kind of cool. But the game itself is terrible. It's just a terrible game. And I don't think we're going to get Forspoken. Next is the remake of Demon Souls. Every month they say that. Demon Souls, Demon Souls, Demon Souls. Not much to say about it. It's a fantastic remake of an already challengingly great original game, but no, I don't believe we're getting Demon Souls. Now, this next one is one of the weirder ones that anybody would ever suggest we would get, and it's popped up for a long time as supposedly we're getting it as a game. The Order 1886. Yeah, like one of the first PlayStation 4 games that came out. That was not well received, and honestly, it's just mostly all cutscene, and it had some nice ideas behind it. In fact, I think it was one of my first reviews I actually did for my YouTube channel. I don't even know if it's still up or not. It may have been purged a long time ago. But nonetheless, I hope we don't get the Order 1886. Honestly, it's not good at all. It really isn't a good game. Next up is The Last of Us Part 1. That keeps popping up all the time. Keep in mind, this is the remastered version for PlayStation 5. It's not the remastered version for PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 3 or 2 or 1 or Atari or 2600 or Vectrix or ColecoVision, because they made so many damn versions of this game. Honestly, everyone's played this game. If you haven't played this game, you must be under a rock or something. But Last of Us Part 1 is quintessential, one of the best games ever made, in my personal opinion. I know everyone's varies. Yours could be different, and that's totally fine. I'm not talking about Last of Us Part 2, though. I mean, that one is a totally different thing. But next up is Midnight Suns, Marvel's Midnight Suns. This is a really good game with a lot of good DLC content to it, and it plays great, and it looks great, and it's made a good amount of money, so there is a possibility we might get Midnight Suns, and I would welcome that, but I don't think that's one of the games we're going to get. Next up is Tales of Arise. I never really cared much for Tales of Arise. For what it is, it's great. It's up there with a game that we probably would get, but I don't think that's one of the games we'll get. Next up, people are speculating we'll be receiving Cult of the Lamb. This is a fantastic game. It's got that pixel art vibe to it, almost like a bullet hell sort of thing with it. It's so unique and odd as you try to get these people to convert to your cult, and you can sacrifice them for the demon to get more powerful. Honestly, I can't say it's charming, but it's very unique and it's a fun playing game, and I would not mind us getting that. But that's not my pick. Next up, people are speculating we might get Little Nightmares 2. I would love that, because Little Nightmares 1 was actually really disturbingly creepy and cool, and Little Nightmares 2 is good, and I haven't yet really played too much of it, so I wouldn't mind that at all, but that is not my pick for the games we'll get. Next up, once again, it comes up with the DLC that's come out with it, Elden Ring. Elden Ring, the game of the year from a year or so ago. Honestly, at this point, everybody's owned it, everyone's played it, so speculatively, it wouldn't be a bad idea that that's what we would get, but that's not my pick. Next up is Donut Country. I've never heard of this. I'm assuming you're doing donuts and vehicles and stuff, or racing, unless it's a Homer Simpson game where you're making donuts. I don't know about this game. I'll have to look it up, but Donut Country, I don't think it's so. Next up is one of the best games ever. Best games ever for the world's worst game is Golem. Yeah, there's speculation they're going to give this trash bag dumpster fire game to us. Golem. No, please, Sony, don't. Don't. I'd rather you give us Sticks or something again. Don't give us Golem. That would be terrible. Next up is Metal Hellsinger. Honestly, I did a review on this, and it's really not that bad of a game. It's just kind of average. Not really mediocre, but just nothing really spectacular that sets it out. It's fun enough, and it'd be fun, but it's not my pick. Next up, I can't believe this even is on this list. I really can't believe this one. Next up is speculation that we're going to get Kong Skull Island. Yeah. Rated another trash bag dumpster fire of a game there. And once again, I don't blame the development team that made it. I blame the publisher, Millworks or whatever, Millfield, Slave Driver Works, whatever they're called, because they just basically take these development groups and force them to make games in so little time. They're garbage, and I feel bad for the people that worked on this game. But what they were able to make from the ground up in the amount of time they did was functional somewhat, but I really hope not. But these are my 3 picks of what games we'll be receiving for the May 2024 Essential Tier program for PlayStation Plus. First up, I will say the 2 PS4 games, and then I'll say the PS5 game. First up is EAFC 24, Soccer. Soccer. They changed the name of it, but it's basically soccer. Soccer. I believe that's what we'll get because they pump out a new one every year. And honestly, it's not a bad game, but it's just, I don't like it. So it fits right in line with what Sony would give us. Crap. Next up, the second PlayStation 4 game is Season, A Letter to the Future. This is a weird one with a weird art style where you're riding a bike, and it's oddly a weird game, but not really bad. And it's an indie game, so it fits right in. So my second pick will be for Season, A Letter to the Future. Now, my pick for the PlayStation 5 game is going to be Wanted Dead. That's right, Wanted Dead. Once again, not a mainstream AAA title. It's been old for a little while. It's not bad. It's not good. It's decent for what it is. Honestly, those are my picks for the May PlayStation Plus Essential Tier program. Is Wanted Dead for PS5, EAFC 24 for PS4, and Season, A Letter to the Future for PS4. Those are, quote, my predictions. If there's any that you thought that might be coming out that I missed, leave in the comments below. And please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave lots of comments so I can answer them. And of course, here at Double Dog Gaming, we always end our videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil is in the details. Peace out until next time. Golem and Kong Skull Island. Could you imagine that? It's come with a bark bag.